next set, we're going to be showing how to start vegetables from seeds. You want to make sure that you read the instructions on the back of the seeds. Most vegetables are going to be growing generally in this area, California, the middle of April is generally a good time to start seeds. You want to make sure that the soil and the weather is warm enough to actually get them to germinate. Otherwise, if you start it when it's too cold and rainy still, the seeds will just soak and it won't be warm enough for them to germinate and sprout. They'll just die. So it's near the end of April now. It's plenty warm, so we're gonna just go ahead and plant these seeds. It should be warm enough for them to germinate. We've got some leeks right here. It's kind of a above ground onion type of thing. It says to plant these 1/2 inch into the ground. So we're just going to make a small hole with our pinky, about 1/2 inch down, and it says to space them 4 inches apart. So if we want to do a row of leeks here, we just space about 4 inches, make another 1/2 inch hole with our pinky, and we could do, a whole row of leeks, up to about, maybe a foot away from our pepper plant, and then we'll have enough room for everything to get sun and to grow. So we have our seedling holes all laid out about 1/2 inch into the ground and 4 inches apart as per the directions for this particular leek. And we're just going to put 2 to 3 seeds inside of each hole and then cover them up and give them a quick watering. You want to do multiple seeds just in case you have one seed in there and it doesn't germinate. And we can come back, in a couple weeks and check and see what has sprouted, and then we'll go ahead and thin these down so that there's just one strong leek in each one. We'll take out the smaller of whatever germinates in each one of these plugs and keep the strong one. And that way it'll have a chance to grow properly and become a full adult-sized leek that we can harvest and enjoy. So we have our few rows of seedlings started. We went ahead and covered them up with a light layer of soil, and then we're just going to spray them with water to make sure the seeds get soaked and the outer coating has a chance to break down so the seed can sprout and the root can come out from there. We're just going to water this, give it a nice water, and we'll check back in a week or so, and we'll see what sprouted and if we need to replant anything. And we'll also check on our starter veggies, see how they're doing, if they need any fertilizer, if they need any pest management, or if any other issues arise, we'll address those and I can explain how to deal with them at the time. Also like to mention that you may have noticed it's a little bit shadier now. We're getting into the later afternoon. That's okay when growing vegetables. It's really important that they get the morning sun, or more so than the harsh afternoon sun. If they wake up in the morning with that good morning sun, they'll stay awake and keep growing throughout the rest of the day. And even it's kind of nice to have some afternoon shade. That way they're not getting beaten down on by the sun and get burnt and stressed out. So I think this will be an ideal spot as far as the sun goes.